5-0. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Left fielder, Marco.
Stepping in, Marco Marte. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch coming, here it is. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Dwight Smith Jr. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. And they've got him picked off. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And try as he might, but he can't escape the tag. So striding forward now, Marco Marte. He reached on a single in his first try. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
Scooped up, there's one. On to first, a double play.
That's not the guy you're going to see doubled off very often, so that was a quick turn at second base. Good transfer and a strong throw.
Digging in now, Edgar Mora. He singled his last time up.
Edgar Mora.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Marte sprinting after it, 2 down. Stepping into the box, Marco Marte.
Left fielder, Marco Marte.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. At the plate, Marco Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well. Out of here. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, number 10 for him on the year, as they extend the lead to 5-0.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough. Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
A 5-0 finish tonight. The Fisher Cats rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Spencer Oka earns his 8th victory of the season. Robbie Brunner is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight it's the first of 3 to start the new week between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Erie Seawolves. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Tommy Chang gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy comes into this start, Matt, having lost 2 of his last 3 starts, so you know he wants to get off on the right foot in this one. One of the keys, getting outs early and establishing his off-speed pitch repertoire early on in this one. We'll see if he can do that in this one here today.
Left fielder, Marco Marte.
Let now go switch, buddy. Back to back. Now.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Montero is in pursuit. 1 out.
Lay it down, go back to sweep. Now.
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. D-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He's going to have
into the box now, Marco Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air out to center field. Reyna is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Ready once again, Marco Marte.
Left fielder, Marco Marte.
Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. Cue shot here out towards short. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away. And as you see right there, this streak will continue as he inches forward up the all-time list.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, D-Row. Think about this. He's in the 30s right now. He's basically gone like 4 weeks when he's gone to bed every night, and he probably sleeps pretty comfortably knowing that he got a base hit in every game.
Oh, man, his dinner tastes better. His wife got prettier. Without question, this is a month he'll never forget.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire, but what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
Ready for another shot now, Ryan Diggs, and they're runners at the corners now. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch, bouncer down the line. He's right there. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit. Stepping up to the plate, Francis Montero. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Marte is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Now at the plate, Marco Marte. He singled his last time up.
Marco Marte.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Rivera leads off first with 1 away. On the ground to short. Could this be 2? To second for 1. Well, he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. At the plate, Ezekiel Carrera. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Now a move over to first, and the runner back. And again a throw, and he'll dive back in safely. Once more, a throw over. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. And yet another throw over. And the runner back safely. The 1-1. Hit hard to third. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Fisher Cats are out in front, 3-2. Now at the plate, Marco Marte. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Marco Marte.
Here's the first pitch. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Now a line drive caught down there at third. Almost big trouble there, but he'll wind up stranding 2 as the side is retired.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. The New Hampshire Fisher Cats hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Mark Saucedo gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Elvis Butcher records the save, his 25th of the year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Today, getaway day here in this 3-game series between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Erie Seawolves. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Henry McKinney, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in the ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
Striding in, Marco Marte. We show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is flared out towards second. Oh, what a stop on the slide. He's out.
Wow, what a great show of range there. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle, but check out the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position where he's able to get it.
Now at the plate, Marco Marte. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Towards second. And this will be put away easily for the out. So nothing happening this time around. On now to the bottom of the second. The Fisher Cats lead it 1-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Marco Marte. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings. Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted.
Leading off the inning, Pete Cosmo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Marte comes on and makes. Digging in the switch hitter, Tino Velasco. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. This is well struck. High and deep toward the left field corner. And that's off the left field wall. And the runner will score from second. Now both runners are across. And a relay to the plate. And he will score on the inside the park home run, and that was a gift right there.
Boy, the home fans are loving it.
Digging in, Marco Marte.
Left fielder, Marco Marte.
He's set, and the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Barehanded for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 1 run here, 1 hit. Coming to the plate now, Chris Nieves, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Francis Montero.
Francis Montero.
Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a looper to left. Marte coming on. He can't get there as it falls in. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away. So coming to the plate, Marco Marte, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back.
At this point, these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Sent out to straightaway center field. And a diving effort in center, but he can't get a glove on it. Around second, he's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. And the streak will continue as he creeps even higher up the all-time list.
Hey, now into the 30s, Dero. Do you think he starts looking ahead, thinking about that magic number, maybe getting it to 40?
Yeah, I don't think you ever worry about Joe D's number, but when you start climbing into the 30s, man, there's not many guys that have been there. This is just a steady diet of staying in the zone for over a month.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hit to first. Lyon right there, and they'll only be able to get the out at first here as the run is in to score from third. 12-5 is the final in this ball game. Erie played in an even dozen. The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. Stepping in, Michael Anders, runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Marte will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Dero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Matt, you take a look at both these lineups. They got their work cut out for them. This is going to be a pitcher's duel. Both these guys can execute and have a chance to go deep in this game and turn it over to bullpen. Somebody is going to have to get that big 2-out knock.
Now to the plate, Marco Marte. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
At least we don't have to worry about snow, right?
First pitch of the at-bat. Liner caught by Middlebrooks at third. And very quickly here, there are 2 away.
Where you live, you don't have to worry about it.
Ready now, Marco Marte. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Ramirez moving in. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Digging in, Marco Marte. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Swinging a soft liner, and that's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And he's out on the tag. That ends the inning, but 2 runs do count on the play. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. 3 innings complete. The Fisher Cats are out in front, 6-1. Digging in to try it again, Will Middlebrooks earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table.
Digging in once again, Marco Marte coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. Hit in the air to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Here's Will Middlebrooks now.
Now batting, third baseman, Will
The 1-2.
Middlebrooks.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Marte on the move, and that retires the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Heart of the order.
What was that play? Yeah, eh? All my kids are sleeping right now. Well, at least they're supposed to be anyways.
3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Fisher Cats lead. Into the box, Marco Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hit on the ground to short. To his right, Dill. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Nothing doing here this half.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
8-1 is the final tonight. The Fisher Cats led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Chris Ramos earned his 5th. Welcome to ML. Coming to the plate now, Marco Marte, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Soft liner towards center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he hasn't.
At the plate, Marco Marte. He reached on a single in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Skied into straightaway right. Ramirez on the move. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. Next will be the designated hitter, Matt Schaefer. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. Marte comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Stepping into the box, Marco Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line towards center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Digging in, Ezekiel Carrera. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Rivera at second. Marte on at first with 2 down. Popped him up. Lawrence into shallow center, and that's the 3rd out. So 1 run on 2 hits, including the home run, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We're through 5 here. Digging in and looking for more, Marco Marte. He singled his last time up. Hit out towards second, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game in a row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Number 3, Ezekiel Carrera.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Dill is under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ryan Diggs. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. And a dive, but he's back. Marte, the runner at first with 2 gone. And another throw over. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
So that's what I'm going to do.
He's running. Strike taken, the throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Hard hit toward the hole. And that is through into left field. A base hit. And the run will come in to score from second as now it's a 3-1 ball game.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it. Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close. 3-1 the final. The New Hampshire Fisher Cats took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Spencer Oka earned his 9th win of the year as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Minor League Baseball is live and on. Now at the plate, Marco Marte to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Dan Dero, as we take a look at our visiting club as they take the field in this scoreless ball game. They've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and in fact dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, guys, anytime you start a road trip, first 5 games you start 1-4, you're just trying to salvage. Do the fundamental things right. Try and sneak.
Now batting, Marco Marte comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's the first hit of the game, and it's a good one as he hustles into third. We'll see if it leads to their first run here. Sometimes a single drip will start a flood.
Look at that fucking
Striding in once again, Arturo Rivera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Rivera.
Popped up. Under it now to put it away is Middlebrooks for the first out. And he'll take it to the bag for the out, and there's your unassisted double play. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Marco Marte, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Hit in the air out to left field. Schweitzer has it in his tracks, makes the play, 1 away. So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Marco Marte, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there, base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, Debro, looks like they might finally have something going after that base hit. First and third, 1 out, and maybe now they can get something started.
Yeah, you could tell the third base coach was going to be aggressive right there, right? A nice read by both him and the base runner to take that extra base and put them in scoring position. They've been struggling right now to get guys in scoring position.
He loses him on ball 4. Ready for another chance. Ezekiel Carrera, 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
They get the force at the plate. Striding forward now is the DH, Dwight Smith Jr. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. The Fightin' Phils wrap up their
2 hits, a triple and a single. I'll take it. My overall is 61 now. Sweet.
A player is called to question by his manager on his base running of late. The manager has in fact called the player in to give him a vote of confidence. Having had a little perverse fun with the young speedster, the manager strikes a jovial tone. He checks that the player understands what a green light means and doesn't mean. Even the best bag snatchers need to know when to exercise restraint. Satisfied that the player can be trusted with the responsibility, the manager grants him a standing green light to bolt.
.379 batting average. I'll take it.
It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Your New Hampshire Fisher Cats.
Paul Johnson, the right-hander out of the state of Oregon, gets the ball in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, what this guy's been able to do is not easy. Averages over a strikeout per 9 innings. His K per 9 innings rate right now is 10 for every 9 innings pitched. Definitely one of the elite pitchers with elite swing and miss stuff.
Law is right there, one down. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description.
So striding in, Marco.
Okay. Did you come across driving any freezing rain on the way down? Yeah, it's doing it up here too, so. Alright. At least I know it. Alright. Holy crap. What the hell? Why has Dresden got no snow, but yet up here it's fucking freezing? Pardon my language. What? What, up this way? Huh. What? That's crazy. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. You know, Tim and Tina? Okay, well, his gone home. His mother is not doing so well, so just keep your prayers and thoughts for his mother and that. Okay? Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Glad that you got down there safe.
We didn't get to see Paul at all, though.
No, it's alright. Okay.
No, it's not alright.
Alright, bye.
Your brother should have came and saw you.
I could care less.
That your brother wants nothing to do with you? That's kind of rude.
I don't really care.
So his mom.
Huh?
Did my mom talk to you today?
She's called, but I've been busy.
Marte, 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set. Here it comes. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit. And he is in there. Now in the box, Arturo Rivera.
Number 19. Arturo
O'Daniel on
Rivera.
second. Marte at first with no outs. Hit hard toward first. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Hey guys, he's got to be shaking his head right there on the mound. He executed everything he wanted to in his game plan right there. Breaking ball below the...
Standing in, Ezekiel Carrera. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Ezekiel Carrera.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. So here's the cleanup hitter, Ryan Diggs. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Spin and a throw back to second. Runner back safely. Here's the 0-2. Popped him up. Hager calls for it. 2 gone. Into the box now, Dwight Smith Jr. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third.
White.
The 1-2. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Marco Marte. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. He'll get it into second. The tag, and he is out at second. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Jimmy Alford, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. And he popped him up. Pass onto the grass. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. Travis Mata gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1. And now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. Hit on the ground to third. Ramirez ranges to his left. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Stepping up now, James Law. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
And that'll get down out there near the wall. The relay throw, and they're not going to get him at third. He's in there with nobody out as the potential tying run.
Well, that's why you pay the closer big money, so he can come slam the door quickly when he has to. 2 pitches, 1 out, and that game's on ice. Well done.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. It's baseball. Standing in, Marco Marte. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Striding into the box, Ezekiel Carrera, to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Mark, what do you have on this group in front of the home crowd tonight?
Designated hitter, White.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. An inning in the books tonight. In now, Anton Serrano. He'll get to take his first cuts here. 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Marte sprinting after it, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Marco Marte, and their runners at the corners now. First pitch of the at-bat. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Law giving chase. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Darryl Hanley. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want.
Settling in now, Marco Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Runners off for second. Hit in the air down the right field line. Castro is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out. So digging in now, Marco Marte.
Left fielder, Marco.
First offering on its way. Heading out toward shallow right. Castro moves over, and the inning is over. So no runs here on 2 base hits. A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. New Hampshire, with their 50th team win, tops in the division. It's baseball. Coming to the plate now, Darryl Hanley, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. That's lifted the other way out to left. Marte is after it. Can't make the play, however. It's over his head. And the runner is in from second. Now 2 runs have scored. And he will come all the way around. It's an inside the park 3-run home run. So stepping in, Marco Marte, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Soft liner to the right side, and this will get taken in at first for the second out of the inning. And with that, here's a glance at the starting. Stepping in, Marco Marte, runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel in that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
So striding forward now, Marco Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard hit ball to short. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Ezekiel Herrera.
1-1. This one's down to third. Fielded cleanly on to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on.
Leading off with a C-Dog.
Leading off the inning, Patrick Hager. And they'll need him to get something going here. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Marte on the move, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
And this is what good Major League hit.
Digging in now, Horatio Bruntlett. 3 runs already home and a potential 4th standing at third base. Hit in the air out to left field. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. That makes it 7-4. At the plate, Matt Grantham. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Matt Grantham.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Marte sprinting after it. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Around second now and headed for third. The tag, and he is out at third, and with that, the side is retired. So it's 4 runs on 4 base hits. No error. Into the box now, Marco Marte. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. Haas over at second. Rivera at first. 2 out in the inning. Hit on the ground toward the left. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Striding in to start the 9th, Marco Marte, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Castro moves over. 1 out.
I believe so, yeah. What?
Man, that's what you would call an efficient outing. 1 pitch and he gets the save. He doesn't get paid by the pitch, so he just figured he'd end it quickly and hit the showers. Good call.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. Portland wrap up their 20th road win of the season. Rich Lipscomb earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Spencer Oka permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. Travis Mata hammers down the save, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac.
Surprised your brother didn't have the nerve to come see you. How rude. I find that rude. Something to bug you, like your brother didn't come see you.
You're at that plate.
A manager confronts his club about an unacceptable team statistic.
Time for minor league. Now at the plate, Marco Marte, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Left fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Weak chopper up the line. That winds up foul. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they've played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
Rodney arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what do they have to do to get the season off to a good start on the road?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher.
Stepping up to the plate, Thomas Padgett. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. The 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Marte is there, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping into the box, Marco Marte. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Marte.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Rodney will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. At the plate, number 82. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Marte giving chase. 1 down. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Marco Marte will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that quite frankly has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in. Now at the plate, Alberto Murillo. He reached on a single in his first try. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Ready once again, number 82. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Center fielder, number 82.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Marte has a beat on it. 1 away. Now at the plate, Marco Marte. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
And that'll be another base hit as it's through into left, so it's 2 straight knocks to start the 8th.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Striding in, Arturo Rivera. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Yeah, 1 a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get 1 knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, you're talking about coming at a good time, too. You have a kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too.
And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Third baseman,
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan Diggs, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he gets him swinging. What a big out there, as there is now one away. Ready for another shot now, Dwight Smith Jr. It was a walk in his last trip. And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there, as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now. Now at the plate, Joel Gallegos. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 0-2, here it is. A bouncer to the left side, and this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that, but not in time, as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1. A tag, and they get him at the... So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Eric Salem. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Lifted in the air out to left field. Marte moves over, and that retires the side. 1 hit, 1 left. 9th inning coming up. The Thunder are on top, 3-2. So a big moment in the ball game here. Marco Marte, and he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. Number 82 is there, and he has it for the out. Digging in, Anthony Amaya. He singled his last time up.
Anthony Amaya.
A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough outer.
The shows continue. Stepping in, Marco Marte. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Marte.
Line drive to left. Rodney is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. So a fairly painful. So coming to the plate, Anthony Amaya. He was hitless in the shutout last night. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Marte comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team. Now to the plate, Marco Marte.
Marco Marte.
First offering on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Rodney. And that's the third out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits. No. Ready now, Thomas Padgett. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to...
Digging in to try it again, Marco Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hit hard on the ground to short. Yamazaki fields it cleanly. Throw gets him, 2 down. Digging in, Zach Span. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Zach Span.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Marte has it in his tracks, 2 down. Digging in once again, number 82, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on into the box. Marco Marte 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Amaya waits on it, looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way.
That's fair.
Our final line score. First for the victorious.
The game's future. At the plate, Marco Marte. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Coming to the plate now, Ezekiel Carrera. He comes into this one having hit safely in his last 5 games. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, Nero?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers. Description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher.
And hold on there, that's not going to get him in there with the stolen base.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
Skied into very shallow right. Salem is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So they get a man to second. Digging in, B.J. Shell, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
DJ Shell.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving under it, Marte, and that ends the inning. We've played an inning, still nothing. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Marco Marte. He reached on a single in his first try. From the stretch. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll get down for a base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Stepping into the box, Marco Marte. He singled his last time up. From the belt, kicks and deals. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. One there. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw. Striding in once again, Ezekiel Carrera. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Right side. Spin throw. Gets him at first. The only play he had, and he made it a good one. Now batting, Ryan Diggs. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. 1-1. Here it is. This one's down to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors in a. Ready for another chance, Eric Salem. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Marte on the move. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to. Now in the box, Marco Marte. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Swing and a liner. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. The relay to third now, but he's safe as a run will score on the play as well.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Now batting.
So striding in, Ezekiel Carrera. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home. And he misses with it, ball 4. So that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Now batting.
Standing in, Ryan Diggs. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit in the air to shallow center. Under it is the center fielder. He gets there as the runner breaks for home. And a relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him. Into the box now, Thomas Padgett.
Thomas Padgett.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. In the air now out to left field. Moving under it, Marte. 2 down. Standing in, number 82. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows for some way to keep that line moving.
And there's a first step in the comeback. The sac fly makes this a 4-1 ball game. Standing in with the bases loaded, Chad Rangel, as he's presented with the bases loaded situation in a tie ball game. This one's flared out toward left. Marte coming in, and he brings it down to end the inning as the go-ahead run is left stranded. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Marco Marte. He'll try to follow up at bat with another big hit right here. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. Mark Saucedo earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Elvis Butcher wraps it up for the save, his 30th. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game: for the victorious Fisher Cats, 6 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. They left 15 men on base. For the Thunder, 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game: 3 hours and 19 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening, and please drive home safely.
Minor League Baseball. Stepping up now, Marco Marte is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch out. Nothing doing. The 1-0. Line drive to left. Anders is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Next will be the designated hitter, Matt Schaefer, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Popped him up. Marte ranging forward, but he won't get there. It falls in. And not in time as the run scores.
Definitely an aggressive approach here.
Striding into the box, Michael Anders. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Marte is in pursuit, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. Digging in for his second at-bat, Dave Lawrence comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Marte moving to his left. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Leading off the inning, Marco Marte, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Marco Marte.
Ground ball left side. Dill is up with it. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Boy, that's what wheels can do for you, DeathRogue. You can see this right here on this replay. He just simply outruns the White Rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool you can't teach. You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands bleed. But if you got no wheels, newsflash, you got no wheels.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Marquez will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Striding forward now is the DH, Dwight Smith Jr. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 3-1 pitch. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away. So stepping in, Dalton Pompey, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Digging in, the switch hitter, Joel Gallegos. He flew out in his last at-bat. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Anders. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. In now, Marco Marte.
Left fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Anders going back on it, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. He hit the corner and tries for third, and he'll make it to third base. Almost a home run there, but he's got himself a triple instead.
Well, when this thing left its bat, I thought it had the distance to get out of here, but it goes over the fielder's head and skips away in the bottom of the wall, allowing him to cruise into third.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ryan Diggs.
Third baseman, Ryan Diggs.
The 1-2. Hit back up the middle. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And they are on the board as the run scores from third to cut the lead to 2-1 now.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, DeathRogue. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, it took it right back at where it came from. All you're trying to do is avoid the corners. Hit something hard up the middle.
Settling in now, Marco Marte.
Left fielder, Marco.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sliders in for a strike.
Yeah, this guy's having a good day right there. You can tell he is all over. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff is going to have to find a way to attack him a little differently.
Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Marquez is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So digging in now, Billy Dill. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. The 1-2. Hit in the air to left field. Marte moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they go down. Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Fightin' Phils took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Garrett Andrews earns win number 7 on the season. Zach Curtis closes the door for the save, his 26th. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Fightin' Phils. 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For the Fisher Cats, 1 run on 6 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Time for minor. Stepping in, Marco Marte. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Marquez moves over. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. A chance now to take a look at how the... Coming to the plate now, Marco Marte. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Digging in now, Ezekiel Carrera. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Coming, here it is. Takes a high fastball for a strike. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Anders moves over a few steps to his right as he's got it for the first out. So striding forward now, Dwight Smith Jr. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a line drive. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
At the plate, Ramon Chavez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now the 3-2 pitch to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the run will score from second to make this a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, that pitch was nasty right there. He couldn't have done any more with that. For him to get a knock on this pitch right here, pretty special.
Into the box now, Marco Marte. He'll lead it off as we start the home sixth.
Marco Marte.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sliced hard on the ground. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Now at the plate, Marco Marte.
Now batting. Left
Here's
fielder,
the first pitch to him.
Marco Marte.
Grounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. So they breeze through this half. Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The New Hampshire Fisher Cats took the lead in the second inning and rode. Welcome to coming to the plate now, Marco Marte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Anders has a beat on it. 1 out. And with that, here's a glance at the starting. Stepping up to the plate, Michael Anders. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Marte has a play, and that's the second out of the inning. At the plate, Marco Marte. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Base hit, and they're into the hit column. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Stepping into the box, Arturo Rivera, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Arturo Rivera.
This one's down to third. Middlebrooks takes it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Digging in and looking for more, Marco Marte.
Left fielder.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Anders has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Ready once again, Leo Ramirez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Ramirez.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Marte sprinting after it. He gets there and makes the play for the second. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Marco Marte. He flew out in his last at bat. Fly ball right down the line in left. Anders is after it, and this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a little blooper to center. Marquez coming on, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
A dive, but he's back. Popped him up. And that's in there. Base hit. Now at the plate, Ezekiel Carrera. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. The 1-2. Chopped weakly to the left. A scoop with the bare hand. Not in time. An exceptional effort comes up just short, and now the bases will be loaded. So a big moment here, and standing in, Ryan Diggs, as he's presented with the bases loaded situation in a tie ball game. And he strikes him out, so a missed opportunity. Now at the plate, Leo Ramirez. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Now the 1-2 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And that finds a seam for extra bases, as we'll see if they want to wheel that go-ahead run home from first. Now the relay home. He's safe at the plate. And here in the 9th, they have taken the lead. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Marco Marte. He'll start things out, needing just a run to tie it.
It's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
And a close play at first. And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Reading Fightin' Phils came through when it mattered in the ninth on the way to the games. Here's Will Middlebrooks now, and he's looking to turn things around. Ice cold at the plate in recent action. Here it comes on 0-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. A run in. Here's a second runner around third. He'll score easily as it's now a 2-0 ball game. And he's out trying for third base, but he'll get. Now at the plate, Marco Marte, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his.
This one's hit deep out to left center field. Ferreira ranging back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Digging in, Alexi Ferreira. He reached on a single in his first try.
Alexi Ferreira.
Swung on and hit in the air to left. Moving under it, Marte. 1 down. Striding in, Darren Garvey.
The batter, first baseman, Darren Garvey.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Marte moves over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So coming to the plate, Marco Marte. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Marco Marte.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Ramirez on the move. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
Popped him up. Lawrence is there, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on it. Stepping in, Marco Marte.
What? I know, I don't know what else to do. I gave him some juice, so I don't know.
1 for 2 in the ball game.
Marco Marte.
First delivery to him on the way. On the ground is short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Matt Schaefer. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting flunked in his last at-bat. Now the payoff pitch home. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Marte moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Ready for another shot now, Marco Marte.
Marco Marte.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. New Hampshire used a nice 5th inning.